Anything. There's a lot of. I'm gonna tell you this though. Whatever you do, don't knock on the door. Anything. There's a lot of. I'm gonna tell you this though. Whatever you do, don't knock on the door. Anything. There's a lot of. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, so we've talked about Restream.io, and actually it was a recent question by one of the viewers that said, hey, how do I actually take and put the chat on the overlay? And I was like, well, that's a good point. I was talking about how we could do it for our stuff, but I didn't show how to do it for their stuff. So
yeah, so if that's something that you want to know, stay tuned.
Yeah, make sure you stay tuned. And hey, you're watching this on the replay. Hey, make sure that you just go on down inside the description down below. We're actually going to insert some timestamps. You can skip right.
Even then, you're like,
okay, we're good. I haven't used Restream probably in weeks now.
Yeah,
weeks,
and actually, I kind of got hooked on Mob Crush there for a while because I used Restream.
You don't use it anymore now because it costs.
Yeah, so now that I got in there and I started playing around with Restream Chat, I was like, bro, you know they added all these new features and whatnot. Matter of fact, there's even a feature on there that we're going to talk about later on that was in beta back when I was doing it, and it really didn't work. Now it works, so I'm pretty excited. We're going to share some stuff with you guys today. Of course,
huge favor, hit that little thumb.
And here's the
let's say, hey, love to get a free copy of the audiobook. As soon as those copies tech
video as well.
Yes.
So those of you who are using OBS Studio, main one, I always put OBS to the side. That's okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you can click on compact mode, and it's literally as it sounds, compact. Show viewer counter. That's the thing. If you goes, you're going to click that appearance right there. You can resize it. There's all sorts of things that you can do with this, and I'll lower that. Why is it? Because I'm trying to do it on OBS. Okay, sorry about that, folks. I'm used to my main one. I always put OBS to the side. That's okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you can click on compact mode, and it's literally as it sounds, compact. Show viewer counter. That's the thing. If you are curious on how many people view. Now, mind you, if you're streaming to multiple platforms, it will add these all up together. So you might be blowing up over on Twitch and only have a couple of viewers on YouTube or Facebook. It's going to combine these together.
By the way, just before anybody starts to try to skip forward, don't skip forward. He's showing you this for good reason, because know these features here, you'll know the features there.
Correct. So scale, once again, this is the size that you're going to see. You can move it or decrease it, always on top. So here's the thing. If you are streaming, say, with only 2 monitors and you want to have this open, but you have OBS open super large, this is going to sit right on top of OBS. So you want that clicked. If you don't care to see it after you set the parameters or whatnot on there, then you can change that to where it sits on the bottom. Click-through mode. If you know what it does, let us know in the comments, because Dale even played around with that. He was like, oh, I don't know what it does.
I was lost.
Background opacity, that's the same thing. So if we want it less, we want it transparent, whatever it sits over, say OBS or whatever, that's where you drop OBS or OBS. Like your chat is going to display. So you have the Fortnite, you have the PUBG, you have, I mean, there's all sorts of cool, League of Legends. There's freaking those I'm censoring myself. R6, which my son plays. He's on. This is what one of our viewers wanted to know. What you want to do is you to stop recording about this time, because we get this in Sunbeam.
Okay, so the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to need to add a new source here. We're going to go into browser source. So you copied that already, right? The embed stream.
Yes.
Good. All right,
no. Actually, we didn't. It still has your stream key up, so don't do that. So open up Restream Chat. It'll pop it up on top.
Okay.
There you go. Go ahead and copy.
Embed in stream. All right. I'm going to copy it. All right. And let's go ahead and minimize it. I'm going to go into browser source.
Now we can
add source. We're going to want to hit add new source instead. You'll want to name it so that way you're not forgetting what it is. I do that a lot where I'll just leave it defaulted and I'll forget what it is.
You can type in Restream Chat. You can type in chat.
Restream Chat overlay. All right. So now we know what it is. I'm going to hit add source. Now all we got to do is just take this and I'm just going to embed it right in there.
Okay.
Boom.
Now here's the test. Dale, do you remember what the height was?
I do. Actually, it was if we want to go stretch from top to bottom, we'll want to hit it 1600. By about 800 is kind of a good number. That actually is going further. Yeah, it's going further. We tested this earlier, dang it. So it's
you could shrink it down though. You could shrink it down. So grab it, because you got to think you're taking up half the screen. No, leave it at 16.
We'll go 1080. There we go. 1080, because it's 1920 by
Now,
1080.
mind you, no,
really?
because the 800 is actually stretched. What you would want to do is compact it down. So typically, you don't want your chat taking up 1/3 of your real estate.
No.
So go ahead and put 1600 or do 5400. Yeah,
400
there you
looks
go.
pretty
Yeah.
decent. All right, now we're going to do is remember this, folks. Remember this little tip. Refresh cache of current page. All right, so we're going to hit boom, refresh it, and then we hit done. The reason why you want to refresh it is that way if you've done any kind of changes in your settings, it'll set it. So you saw originally when I set it up here on this that it ended up coming up in the blue restream thing. Well, you changed the settings if you recall, and now we have it. The one way you can test this is if you have, like, say for instance, Twitch is attached to it, just go to your Twitch channel, make a comment, and it'll pop up over here on your display. Now, you can move this anywhere that you like to, kind of like what he was saying. If we wanted to resize it, we can do that. We can make it bigger, we can make it smaller. If we wanted to make the dimensions a little differently, we just go back into properties and we change it.
Say I'm on Restream chat, I just changed something. Show me how again, go ahead and close that window. Show me how again, how do I refresh the cache or cache of that browser source?
Okay, super simple. So let's do this. Let's say we're gonna end up changing something on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's go into let's change it. I don't want Minecraft. It just doesn't look cool. I'm gonna try Fortnite.
And maybe we don't want it see-through, so.
And yeah, let's go. I'm gonna try just partway.
There we go.
Let's do a little bit partway right there. All right, so I've got it all set. I've already copied this. I don't need to do it again. All I need to do is come over here. I'm gonna hit right click. I'm gonna hit properties, and then I'm gonna hit refresh cache of current page. We hit refresh, hit done. You see it starts to reset.
There we go.
Now it's got that new little theme right there. Pretty cool, right?
So it's very similar. Those of you who've watched my Capamon pet video, the thing is a lot of people get tripped up when they're doing stuff on OBS, whether it be Streamlabs OBS or OBS Studio, is you have to remember any changes you do off of OBS and Streamlabs OBS, you need to tell them, hey, go look at this browser source again because we've made changes. That's all you're doing is you're telling to, hey, wake up, go look, I did something new.
So we discussed how to make it transparent, the overlay. We showed connecting streaming platforms and such. It's just, essentially you just need to make sure you get all that stuff set up ahead of time through restream.io.
And actually, if you go back and watch his previous video, he goes into more detail on connecting to different streaming platforms.
You were going to briefly talk about Relay.
Yes, go ahead and pull that up again.
Okay.
Pull that up again. Relay is a really cool feature. I kind of hinted towards it toward the beginning of the live stream. This was in beta back when I used Restream, and now it's no longer in beta. I'm really excited about this one, and so should you. And what this does is Relay, go ahead, it's going to be under the bot.
Okay, under bot.
Yes. So what the relay mode does, when you click and check that, the cool thing is if you are using Restream.io as a multi-streaming tool to aggregate your stream to multiple platforms, is it takes what somebody's saying in YouTube and what somebody's saying on Twitch, and it throws it over into those chats. Now, here's the thing. You need to make sure you make the chat bot moderator in Twitch, moderator in YouTube, and moderator also in Facebook. If not, it will not send those messages back and forth. You have to give it control of the chat and give it permission to do that. So anything somebody says on YouTube, then all your Twitch viewers are going to see it. They're going to know what's going on. So they're not confusing. Yeah, and we've talked about that. That was the downfall of using restreaming type tools was if you're talking to somebody on YouTube and you're like, hey, Billy Bob, and somebody on Twitch is like, who is he talking to? Who's Billy Bob? And why is he saying that?
Yeah.
Now it takes all your communities and really integrates them. So now everyone can communicate with each other. They know exactly what they're saying.
Yeah.
And just hopefully no dumpster fires break out.
Yeah, exactly. Kelly, can you pull that shade down?
I know, it literally, I think
it's just
my
burning
left,
his retina.
Yeah, my left eye is gone. Sorry, folks.
One either next to you or closest to us. I'm not sure.
It's the furthest one away.
Thank you. All right, so that was Relay. Let's see here. There was any other points that you were going to cover here today?
Pull it up. Let's see.
How to use Relay, you pretty much kind of discussed that. And so, hey, folks, we do have inside the description down below, we have the full video about Restream. They do it for some reason. For faithful viewer, Frontline, we appreciate you coming here.
Frontline, always in here.
Always great to see you, Frontline.
I don't know if you were in here. I mean, he might have bounced our last live stream.
Live. Okay, cool.
It's crazy. And it's all you guys. I mean,
Yes,
I
thank you.
I wish I could take all the credit.
I'm gonna need to rewatch, guys. How the heck do I get a scheduled stream and restream to work together? Ooh, that's a toughie.
Yeah, that was almost like our bonus when we do 1, 2, 3 bonus.
Yeah. That's a harder one. I can't answer you until I actually have done it a couple times. So sadly, I'm just going to have to tell you, I'm going to put a pin in that and try to get back to you. I know a good person to probably reference is going to be Dan Courier, Creator Fundamentals. He's a good friend of ours. Go over, take a look at Dan's. Find out, maybe ask him, because he might know. I don't know that he uses Restream, though. So
you know what, though? We're going to work on that.
We'll work on it.
I'm going to see if I can break that for you.
As soon as I put in the key, it automatically starts the live broadcast on YouTube. Huh. Now that sucks. That sucks. No worries. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you being honest other than just waffling. Yeah, I'd rather just tell you I can't
I think that was a waffle with us going, oh, sound like the Wheel of Fortune back here where somebody rolled on bankrupt or whatever. It's like, ooh.
Yeah, that is a great question. And especially, I think, if you don't mind me saying, Ken, I'm trying to stay open-minded here with YouTube.
He's sneaking back into Classic, guys.
I sneak back into Classic for like a couple things. So it's to get into the live because like the Stream Now key is different than the Stream Now key is for the studio version. And it's just so wonky. And what it'll do is it'll put you, instead of to the static page that you have, it sends you over to a brand new page, and so it messes things up. And see, I don't like events that much because it kind of corrals me in. And so instances like today when we went live, we kind of went 2 minutes after the hour.
Yeah, we were late.
At least it didn't like freak me out. Whereas if you get the scheduled event, you have to get everything. You have to get your encoder set up. It has to be set up this way, and then
remember Facebook scheduling too. Remember, it's like if you don't show up within that first window, it's like canceled.
Agreed. I'm actually enjoying the new studio, but there are some parts